Hello and welcome everyone to day two. So today we will be painting uh, florals. Okay, so today tulip is the florals we are going to paint. So before we start, make sure we'll draw a rough outline sketch for our florals. Okay, so I have taken an A5 size sheet. Okay, I will draw a quick outline sketch. Tulip is like a very simple flower but a very beautiful flower. Okay, so I'm just drawing the outline. Okay, so it's in a U shape usually. Okay, while you draw in your pencil, make sure it is very light. Okay, very light. And since it is watercolors, while you paint on the color above, make this pencil mark should be very light. For that, once you draw the outline, make sure like you rub the, only for your understanding, the pencil mark should be there. Okay, I'm making it very light. Okay, so two florals, and we having a stem part. I'm adding few leaves. Okay, okay, so this is the rough outline. So we'll start to paint. Okay, now I'll paint this particular tulip in red color and this one in yellow color. Okay, so we'll start with red color. Here I'm taking a round brush. So for the red color, there are actually, how many red colors you have in your set? One is crimson lake and other one is scarlet lake. Okay, what should I choose for this tulip? Yes, you have two colors, and I have put that in my palette. Okay, so let's decide. This is going to be a red color like this. This is somewhere like a pinkish color. Yes, crimson lake is like a pinkish color. Shall we do that? Yes, yes, okay. So I'm adding two drops of water here, a very vibrant crimson lake. Okay, you can do the same experiment with whatever paints you have. Okay, so let me just start the painting. Like I'm doing the borders and I'm adding water and I'm merging it. Okay, shall we do it? I'll start with the center. Okay, this area I'm adding the paint. Okay, then I'm cleaning the brush. Then I'm slowly letting the paint come in. Okay, Let it flow like this. Can you see the colors, how it actually merges with the water? Yes. Okay. Once it gets dried, it will be really nice effect there. But it is still, you can see there is still a watery area, watery surface. Let it be like that. So while it is like this, don't paint this petal. Okay. Let it dry so that you can paint this area fresh. Okay. I'll move on to the this petal. See, I'm taking a lot of paint here. If you wish, you should not take this much paint. Take a tissue paper, take it off. Okay, the excess paint you can take it off. Okay, so how you remove the excess paint from the brush? Either you do the brush like this in your palette, or take a tissue and do that. Okay, I'm planning to make this petal very bright, so I'm taking more of it. Okay, I'm adding it. Okay, now the inner area is usually dark, right? I'm adding it, and this area also it's dark. It's dark, right? It's dark. You can add in layers. Okay, the inner part you can add in layers. And you slowly merge with the water. Can you see how beautifully the color merges? Yes, yesterday we have learned about the tonals values, right? So this is how it beautifully merges. Now I will have to start with the center petal, but before that, don't touch this petal. This is still wet, okay? So there will be a center vein here. So I'm making that mark. This is a center petal. Add paint wherever it is necessary, and also you need to have some variations here, okay, so that your floral is looking lively. Okay, now this is the outer petal, so I'm giving an outline here. Yes, this is just the first layer that I have given, but by adding the water and the pigment, I'm bringing in the tonal variation. Okay, so this is a part where you need to have this is at the back side. This particular petal is at the back side, so it has to be very dark. We need to bring that dark effect here. Okay, we will come on to this flower at few minutes later. Let this first layer get dried. Okay, I will move on to this yellow flower. For this yellow flower, I'm taking this bright gamboge hue color, a warmer yellow. Okay, so this is the yellow that I have already in my palette. Let me add few drops of water there and start to paint. So how I'm going to deal with this is I'm painting the outer area. Okay, outer area here, and I'm making it super light. Okay, I'm making this area super light. Okay, can you see? I'm just dipping the brush in water and merging it. That's it. I'm not fully adding yellow color. Okay, the similar with this petal also. So I know this particular area is going to be dark and the remaining area is light, so this area I'm adding in yellow and the remaining area is super light. Okay, this is just the first layer. Okay, and here in the top petals, just watch it carefully, this small section and this small section I'm adding in, and here in the center it's super dark, and it's not that only yellow color I will be using. I will be using few other colors also to make it stand out. Okay, you don't worry how I will achieve, but we'll add that. Okay, since it is a very beginner friendly lesson, I'm making it super simple for you all in painting this, but you need to understand there needs to be a lot of patience here, and you need to go through it very patiently, observing how the color flows. Okay, so this is just the first layer. Okay, my intention here is to make this center region dark. Okay, and I will add the details also. For that I'm taking very little of this red. Okay, and a lot of this yellow, and to bring in that darkness. Okay, darkness means the inner side of the petal, inner petal. Okay, I'm adding in details. Okay, this is going to be become a little orangish, but that's fine. This is the section. Okay, then I will slowly merge in this. These are some of the petal details. Okay, and you just try it, it becomes so natural. Okay, I need this particular region to stand out. Okay, let it, this is something we are working on it before it is dried. Okay, let it dry and we will come to this a few minutes after we do this second layer. Okay, and here in this we are going to have a second round of color. Okay, now I'm taking the same color and just listen carefully. I'm drawing fine strokes. Okay, fine strokes of line around this. And as I go down, this is going to be dark. For that, I can introduce some more red. Okay, I can introduce a little bit of a brownish shade also here, because this is the area that's in the shadow, right? So, so a few strokes of darkness is what is needed here. Okay, to make it dark, you can add little bit of like blue here, so it comes like a violetish color, but you will not able to see that. That's because we are painting most of the areas in pink and very little of blue. Okay, see, can you, I have taken the blue color only in my brush. Can you see how it gets darkened? Yes. Then this is an area you need to draw very thin lines here for the details. Yesterday we have seen about the lines, right? How you can paint very thin lines by holding the brush perpendicularly. That is what we are doing it here. And while you do this, you can add in other layer also like this. You can leave off certain areas white itself, so that it gets, you get a beautiful effect there. Okay, so I'm doing it this way, and around the borders. Okay, can you see where all I'm adding some darkness? This area and top of this area here and little bit here. Yes, these are the areas that lies in the shadows. Okay, this is okay. Next, I will come here. This is dry. What I will do, I will have some red and yellow mixed, and I will try to give a shape to this area. Okay, I try to give the shape. Some of the strokes that we have learned to yesterday, like this kind of cross hatching strokes. Okay, like this, and here you will paint like this, right? Slanting strokes. Okay, and here also some of the slanting strokes. Okay, and for the border, I'm making it curved, and you can slowly merge it. Make this one prominent, this area and this area. Okay, this is the main area that you need to work on. Okay, so this is just the two layers of paint. If you need, you can add a lot of layers, and based on the time that we work on, it becomes realistic. Okay, so with this I'm okay with this, but if you need, I can work on at a later point of time. Okay, I'm making this simple tutorial like very simple. I don't need to brag it a lot. Okay, practice this and slowly you'll understand how you can blend colors, how you can achieve depth. Okay, moving on to the leaf section. So let me do this leaf first. Okay, for that I am using three colors. Accidentally, if you just put any paint, make sure you have a tissue paper in handy so that you can take it off. Okay, so here I'm what colors I'm using is green. One is sap green, other one is viridian green, and one more color that you will need to have, that name is lemon yellow. Okay, lemon yellow, a beautiful cool yellow. Okay, so far I am using only one brush. Okay, so for this leaf part, I'm planning to make a few regions dark and few regions light. Okay, so this area I'm making it the light color. Okay, it's a lemon yellow. This area, and here also I'm making this particular area very light. Okay, this area, and I will move on to sap green. Okay, can you can see the color is merging with the yellow color. Okay, the yellow is still wet, and if I do this with the sap green, it there is a kind of natural blend between these two colors. Okay, yes, in a similar way, this area also, this is yellow color, and around the borders alone I'm giving this. It will be a beautiful merge of these colors. Okay, and for the stem I'm adding in sap green here, here also, and around the borders I'm adding in lemon yellow. So you can give one stroke this and one stroke that. This is the way there you will get a beautiful blend of the colors. Okay, now the same leaf, this area. Okay, this is dried, so I'll move on to the darker area. Okay, from here I'm giving a darker color. While you do this, you can merge it like this so that the color becomes so smooth, or else after it dries you can give a merge. Okay, next is this particular leaf. In watercolors, it's usually when a certain color starts to dry, you should not touch it. Okay, you need to wet it and then only you can do it. If you see, for example, I have painted this green, but the region of yellow it's dried. Okay, if I need to merge it, what I should do, I should take a wet brush and then slowly do this so that the green color comes inside the yellow color. Okay, that is when you will get a soft merge. Okay, and finally this particular leaf, what I am doing, I'm making it yellow here, the center, and as I go up gradually, I am introducing the next color, that is sap green. So it is as per your wish, so that your artwork gets a dramatic look. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule. And as I put this color, I can add yellow color also. Okay, have you noticed your leaves how it will be? It's not a single color but a variety of colors of green you have. Yes, and towards this I'm adding an yellow color. Okay, this around the borders also, it's a slow merge, right? It's going to happen like this, and around this leaf also I'm adding in this green when wherever you need, like say for example at the bottom alone you need to darken it, I'm adding green. Okay, dark green, and along the turns also. And one more thing to note, based on the paper that you work, the result varies. Okay, and the brand of paints also, since it's completely a new and you need to get to know how watercolor works, I'm using this color, but otherwise you can go with the professional grade paints. At least 4 or 5 colors is more than enough to get your entire painting, whatever painting it's done. Okay, it's the details, final touch. Yes, actually, while you paint you will not be satisfied at all, you will keep on adding details, but there comes a stage where you need to stop also. Okay, now towards the center I'm drawing that prominent center veins of the flower. Okay, around the borders, so make that line very very thin. Okay, so that you get that floral touch. Okay, same way you can add different levels of colors around the florals. And with this we have come to the end, and you can take the photograph of your completed painting and post in the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you everyone for joining in and watching this painting, and I hope this is going to be a very useful and beginner friendly video. Thank you everyone, hope to meet you in another session. Thank you.